Okay. Hello, my name is Austin Williams, and today I'm going to be telling you guys about biofuel and how it's for the future, and more specifically, why we need biogas to progress as a society. What will we do when in 50 years, all of our main fuel sources are dried up? This is a very real problem that will affect us in all our lifetime. With the problems looming ever more and solutions seemingly non-existent, where are we supposed to turn? Biogas has been used on a small scale for heating, cooking, lighting in low-tech environments around the world for centuries. However, the discovery of methane is generally attributed to an Italian scientist, Alessandro Volta, in the 1770s. Reportedly, his research was inspired by reading a paper by the American Benjamin Franklin on flammable air. Scientists found that methane was generated in swamps and rotting organic matter, a realization that led to the construction of the world's first biogas digester in 1859 in Bombay, India. Soon after, sewer gases were being captured and used in Victorian England to provide street lighting. Modern biogas facilities have been used since the 1930s, more notably in association with municipal sewage. Energy and waste interests led the technology's growth through the 20th century, with biogas production most active in China, Germany, and the United States. In the 21st century, biogas has grown faster, with supportive facilities like feed-in tariff programs and clean fuel initiatives driving renewable energy in many jurisdictions. This has enabled expansions of both small and large biogas digesters around the world. And here's our explanation. So originally we start with photosynthesis, which is going to go down to our crops or go to our livestock waste. And then this is also going to filter into our water and food waste. We're going to put it into our anaerobic digester, which is going to get broken down over time, which is going to get released as digestate and then biogas, which we can use for heat and electricity. And then a digestate can go as reused for fertilizer, soil, and livestock bedding, which is also going to replenish itself over here, as well as this biogas being able to be turned into biomethane, which would go into cars and be used on the gas grid for stuff like your stove. For our research, development is essentially at its peak, with small percentage increases for better yield through different means of separation from methods like hydrate separation, cryogenic separation, biological methods, membrane enrichment, in situ upgrading, multi-stage and high pressurized anaerobic digestion. All these increasing yields by small percents, but not insane margins. And while combustion of biogas, like natural gas, produces carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas, the carbon in biogas comes from plant matter that fixes the carbon from atmospheric CO2. Thus, biogas production is carbon neutral and does not add to greenhouse gas emissions. And with it promoting plants to be then made and then stored, overall, it's neutral, if not leaning negative. For the economics, approximately 400,000 jobs would be directly created in the advanced biofuels industry, with total employment creation in the U.S. economy totaling 1.9 million jobs. Direct economic output from advanced biofuel production would rise to 113 billion by 2030 so far, and the total economic output effect would be 300 billion. The increases are largely because of various government programs and policies intended to reduce the use of transportation fuels made from fossil fuels by promoting and or requiring the use of biofuels. The volumetric ethanol excise tax credit for bleeding ethanol into motor gasoline from 2005 to 2011 contributed to large increases in ethanol consumption during the period when the incentive was in effect. A tax credit of $1 per gallon currently in place for biodiesel and renewable diesel fuel blenders is helping to increase the use of these fuels. In conclusion, for me, based on the information I've researched and how the environment seems to be suffering today, I would say we want to try and progress more facilities. I would say we would want to try and progress facilities to try and move towards biofuels and invest more money in bettering the technology. Being able to have a new, easy way to process a form of fuel and transportation, as well as having easy resources to produce this said fuel, seems much more efficient than gas and oil. Since all it requires is old food and leaves, this would be easily replicable anywhere as well, and we could have facilities producing biogas everywhere. If funding were not an obstacle, I would want to build a facility to produce biogas in every town and allow old food and leaves to be collected similar to like a garbage truck. And then for it to be deposited into the machine that would then produce this biogas. This would be free from the town, done by taxes, the same as our garbage is. And this would allow lots of renewable energy and public transportation with a massive impact on the carbon footprint right now, because one of the biggest causes of the carbon footprint is the individual, specifically like transportation, like using cars. Like if you carpooled, you'd help the carbon emissions a lot, and everyone having their own car is a massive impact. Reducing this would help out tremendously and make the earth just a little bit greener. Here are my sources cited, and thank you guys for watching.